A heart without a soul cannot beat. A heart that cannot beat turns to ice. The ice hides what once was, until the soul comes calling again to awaken what lies beneath the frost.
We fought a god!
We did not
An
fight a god.
icon of
We
a
fought
god.
an icon of a god.
We
That
fought
was like
the icon
a
of
half.
sin.
The longer the
Last
icon
time-
of sin is on Earth, the stronger it will become.
No, but we were in the caves, in the Wend caverns, doing a little hunting for our kidnapped friends, as well as the Hermanthines that had taken them, and the other Wend cultists that had taken them. Well, we got deeper into the cave, fought a Hermanthine, and then we found a big blood pit full of people. And around that blood pit were classic characters such as the Secretary, Samuel, and God, what's Samuel's brothers? I'm blanking on it. Right
Gilbert.
now. Gilbert. I almost said Jacob. And then Gilbert got pushed in.
Yeah, Gilbert
Yes.
got pushed in.
Gilbert
See,
got
that's
pushed
why
in.
you're thinking of calling him Jacob, because, you know, that's what I want to do to Jacob right now, is push him
Yeah,
in a blood pit.
that's true. That's very true. I like to imagine that Thub just immediately passes back out in the snow.
Oh, you'll see what happens to him.
Oh God. But yeah, we Gilbert got pushed into the blood pit, after which he was transmuted into the Icon of Wend, which we were on a, I believe, 6-turn time limit to get the fuck out of there, because every time we tried to fight it, well, bad shit happened. I finally decided to resummon Cranberry, and he immediately got killed. Morgrim attacked, and almost died. She got wounded.
Got her finger bitten off.
Got her finger bitten off. And then Wyatt also got knocked the fuck out, but he survived. He's okay now.
Yeah.
So we all
No.
ran,
Better.
and as he got better, and as we were running, Morgrim burst into flames. I'm talking like Anakin Skywalker type deal. And her eyes burned off. She's charred, and we were all traumatized in the snow. It's been a bad time.
And I think there's one other thing to note with you resummoning Cranberry.
Oh, yes. The Icon of Wend recognized him, which is fucking terrifying.
And spoke to him. And also, Cranberry had his first words understandable to Thicket, which unfortunately happened to be a mind-shattering psychic scream of no upon getting absolutely schwacked by the Icon of Wend. But yeah, Cranberry's had his first words now.
Yeah. You know, they grow up so fast. And, you know, much like a mid-century royal in Europe, I'm terrified of this child.
And so
I fear he may one day overpower me.
And so with that, you all escaped out of the Wind Cave after seeing the icon of wind melt back into the pit, after you seemingly prevented the ritual, and all of you, including Dawncaller, got out of there.
Nice. We got a witness.
Specifically, the last moment we left off on, Morgrim had stopped burning and sat up, realizing that she cannot close her eyes. So, you all look upon, well, all of you except Thicket, I guess. Thicket, you smell upon, hear upon, I don't know, whatever senses, your combination of senses you're using here. You all,
I sense it.
You all look upon Morgrim with emotions, I would say, probably, as her skin is charred, crackling black, almost as if it's been turned to charcoal, and there's just this flaming glow underneath her skin. And as she turns, you can see that her eyes have been replaced, seemingly, with orbs of flame.
Oh boy.
Let me go ahead and show you what she looks like now.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Is she still
Friends.
alive?
Morgrim?
Is she breathing?
Friends, I know we're hungry, but now's not the time for cooking.
Hey, buddy. I wouldn't get too hungry. That's Morgrim.
I hit her with a 2-action heal.
What?
To make sure. I like cover my hands in snow.
She was a little on fire. It doesn't look. Can you hear me, Morgrim? No, not you.
There's a lot going on right now. I'm processing.
Morgrim?
You're processing.
Need to get
She's
ice.
she's looking at, like, her hands.
Lie
her
down
arms.
in the ice right now.
Hey, buddy. Can you hear me?
She's just, like, completely zoned out.
I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder.
Bastion, as you put a hand on her shoulder, she's very warm to the touch. Like, not necessarily hot, but definitely warm.
If it makes you feel better, you get 35 hit points. This is out of character me
It
saying,
makes
by the
me
way.
feel better. I don't know how it makes me
Out of character, I press, like, snow-covered hands onto your skin to try and, like, somehow apply ice in a way. I don't think it's gonna work.
Why it's doing its best to make you feel better, and the healing magic definitely is causing some of the pain to subside, but there was actually not a whole lot of pain somehow to begin with. This whole thing is very confusing. I need you to make a recall knowledge check, Morgrim. I would say Arcana, Nature, or Society.
We'll go with nature.
Okay.
$26.
26. You look down at your hands, and your missing finger, which you're just now processing,
I think that might be the least of my concerns.
and you feel like this is something you're not entirely sure if it is what you think it might be, but you feel right now as though the fire is no longer just something you're tapping into. You feel like the fire has become part of you, more integrally than any primogenia has been that you've ever known. But you do know that there is a word that your people use for those of this world who bind themselves to the power of fire. Ocrinal.
Now, would I know that as a good word, or is it a bad word for my people?
It is a word that can have different meanings depending on context. Most of the time, it's negative, because most of the time, someone voluntarily becomes an ocrinal by binding themselves or their bloodline to a Lord of Flame. Though that doesn't always, as in your case, it doesn't always happen consensually. So the word ocrinal is still the general term. However, you don't think in your case it would necessarily be as negative?
It's still not good. It just might not be. It's not by choice.
Yeah, it's definitely not positive to your people. It's neutral at best. But hey, at least your clothes and your rug seem to be okay. Little ashed up, but nothing a little soap and water can't fix.
Oh no.
So, what now?
We're in really uncharted territory.
Yes.
Where can we go?
You don't know. You don't know where you are.
Well, there was that summoning circle back at the other place.
Could go back.
We might want to rest up before we do that.
Yeah.
Please.
You also would note at this point, judging by the position of the sun in the sky, it's around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or in the evening, I suppose.
And how far away was that first place we ended up?
A couple hours. Or not a couple hours, like a couple miles, so maybe an hour or two's worth of walking.
Alright. Who
So
is
maybe
in
we go back
favor
there.
of camping here? And who is in favor of heading back?
Hear me out. We go back to the weird place, and are we sure these summoning circles are two-way?
Well, there is a different summoning circle. We
Oh,
just don't
so
know
there
where
is.
it goes.
That's right. Why don't we go there and stay there in the building, and then we'll figure out what to do in the morning. Because
Alright.
as we're being pelted by this snow in an unknown land, I really don't want to be camping out in the wilderness unprotected.
There is a
Alright.
summoning circle.
What
Aye,
did you say?
there is a summoning circle.
Oh! Where did you
One-
find that?
Ah,
It's in a tent.
Oh.
we
Cool.
found multiple summoning circles. And you would have been very helpful for activating them.
Thub shrugs their shoulders. Whoopsie daisy.
Well, we're gonna need to have a long talk about this whoopsie-daisy bullshit.
Find
But
your own way
now
back.
is not the time. Morgan, are you okay to walk?
I don't know. Shouldn't be alive.
Can I make sure Morgan isn't just gonna like heal over dead? Like she isn't actively dying
Go ahead
horribly.
and make a medicine check.
It's like the Hiroshima victims, man.
Oh god.
Oh god.
It's like that one guy.
That guy.
Yeah, the radiation man.
29.
Well, Wyatt, in your medical opinion, shit's fucked. But
Nice.
you're not sure if she's actively dying because you don't really feel a pulse, nor do you really see blood coming from any of her wounds. It almost looks like molten magma is pouring from her wounds.
Okay, so we need like a doctor.
You'll be fine, Morgrim.
She looks at you slightly, hopefully, because she feels something's terribly wrong. Or, how can I do like a sense motive to see how?
Please.
How
Please
Okay,
sense
one
motive
sec,
on
one
me.
sec.
Yeah.
1 sec.
Please sense motive.
Okay.
Because she really wants him to be telling the truth, but she doesn't necessarily believe him.
So I would say, Morgrim, you pretty easily can tell that he has no fucking clue what's happening.
And I want to make even more important thing, he's very, very, very distraught at your condition right now.
I have a question. Is Morgrim currently standing or on the ground still?
I'm on the ground.
Okay. Sort of figuring out where you are, I'm going to say, Morgrim, I want you to look at me. Look at this. Everything that's happened to me in this chunk of rock in my chest. If I'm still walking, I'm sure you can too.
A touching speech, comma, I'm not entirely sure she's not undead.
Would that change anything at this point? I'm not even sure I'm not undead.
I will say you did just witness Wyatt use healing magic on her.
Oh, I thought
So
you
if-
used treat wounds.
No, I use healing. I use a 2-action heal for
okay.
35 fucking hit points.
So if she is undead, then I don't know.
Special.
She must be something like the frost zombies that wasn't functioning like a normal undead.
Well, they didn't have souls. I'm pretty sure she still has her soul. Okay.
Do I? Do I still have my soul?
As far as you're aware.
Does she still have her soul?
As far as you're aware.
All right, we can
Quick!
test.
Use a soul attack.
I don't
Okay,
have.
let's not do that.
I am so fucking spent right now. You
Okay.
have no idea.
Morgrim, I'm gonna try and help you to your feet, okay?
She just gives a slight nod.
Okay. I'm gonna take both her arms, and I'm gonna help her up.
She crumbles and falls apart.
Oh,
Just a cloud of ash
You-
floats away into the distance.
You help her stand up, and Morgrim, you get to your feet, albeit a little bit shakily, but you do get to your feet. And your legs still feel like they're under you. You still can feel your body and your mind. As far as you can tell, everything's still there that should be.
you remember where you were born? What your name is? Date of birth?
She just ignores all this after she realized that he doesn't know what he's talking about. She's just,
All right,
I'm just making
Not
sure you're all
engaging.
there.
let's go.
I'm not all here. Is that not obvious?
Obviously, that's
Up there, I point to my head, which is really comically small because
Why
I'm a
would-
halfling.
why would she be in your head?
I mean, fuck you.
Bite me.
It really
Alright,
doesn't
are
make
we
sense
ready
that
to
she'd
go?
be in your head, little man.
I'm asking if she's still all there. Her mental faculties are intact.
Are your mental
Everybody's had a
faculties
long day.
intact?
If we're going with Thicket's plan of going back to the other building, we need to leave now before something worse joins us out here.
There.
And before it
Aye.
gets to nighttime.
And we all
We have
freeze
10
to death.
minutes. Oh wait, GM. Sorry, not DM.
Yeah.
GM.
Yeah.
Are we picking 3rd level spells right now, or are we just gonna
I
wait
mean,
till tomorrow?
You can if you want to.
Can I prep them right now, or no?
Sure. You have the spell slots.
I do. If we're heading back, I have something to help us.
By all means.
I take 10 minutes, and Wyatt, because I can't RP this because I'm really tired, but Wyatt does a swear-filled, curse-filled prayer to Circe for like 10 whole minutes, to a point where it gets kind of awkward. And he casts Show the Way.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna... Hold on. No! I'm gonna
looking at
cast...
it.
Okay, hold on. I'll cast this in the chat so we can see it. I'm gonna cast this fig.
Okay. All right. So,
Where was this before?
Oh no, I just felt inspired.
Hey, don't we all?
Let's say theoretically, if I was out of a 20 ranks, I was actually 4 out of 10, but now I'm a 5 out of 20.
I see.
Doesn't make
Well, anyway.
I'm being a metagame asshole. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, all of you begin heading back towards the building. Morgrim, I'm guessing you're not leading the way this time.
No, she is not.
Well, we have this path thing showing us, right?
That just makes it so that you can travel at full speed through difficult terrain.
Oh.
Well,
so it
doesn't actually show the right way.
No. But it allows you to get through confusing or difficult terrain. So it helps you get through the actual terrain. Helps you find the best path through the snow. But it doesn't actually show you where you're supposed to go.
Oh, it doesn't show the way.
Has it been snowing? Like, are our tracks still visible?
It has been snowing, not too heavily. Like it's not whiteout conditions. So your tracks are very faint, but they are still there.
Okay, good. Can we follow the tracks?
Sure. So, you start following the tracks. Wyatt, I guess you're in the lead this time, so make a survival check.
I am showing the way. Survival, you said?
Yes.
Oh, I'm on trade.
May I assist?
Sure.
Natural
Never
20,
mind.
24.
Never mind. Yeah, you're good.
All right. So Wyatt, with the assistance of Circe's magic, you are able to get yourself and your crew where you need to go in relatively fast fashion, only around 90 minutes or so.
Wow, okay.
At least you would assume you're in the right place. The building itself is gone.
What?
But the tent is still there.
We don't have any tents, do we?
No, you don't.
Do we?
Alright. How much time do we have before the sunset?
Well, it's currently close to 6:45. So, sun's gonna be up for a little bit longer. You've got maybe another 50 minutes tops.
Okay.
Because it's still
How
mid-spring.
is everyone doing health-wise?
We're all... I mean, I'm at least
I will say
out.
everyone other than Wyatt could have taken a breather while Wyatt was taking 10 minutes to cast a spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
But how...
You spend a resolve point for that?
Yeah, you
I
spend a
don't- yeah.
resolve point for that.
I have 0, so
Oh,
okay.
well, in that case, Morgrim, unfortunately, is SOL. But everyone who has a resolve point can spend one.
All right.
Except for me, right?
Except for Wyatt, yes.
Now that we're
Okay.
here, can I take 10 minutes
depends on what the rest of the group is doing.
Can I take 10 minutes?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how everyone's doing. Like, basically, my thought is we have to go through this portal because we cannot survive out on the plains with no shelter.
Correct.
Agreed?
Yes.
Agreed.
So I want everybody to be in as good a shape as possible so that if something happens on the other end of that portal, we don't immediately die.
Oh, good call. I'd rather us just go back to a warm bed, but I know that's not an option anymore.
As
Warm
much as
beds
I'd
would
love
be really
that.
nice, says Don Collar.
Aye, they would, wouldn't they?
They would indeed. Much better
Well,
than a
I
cage.
didn't plan the situation. So we're gonna have to go through the portal. Does
No, that's
anyone need
suboptimal.
healing?
I need to rest up for like 10 minutes.
Anybody else?
I'm fully healed, I just have no stamina.
I could use a little pick-me-up.
Alright. I am gonna go ahead and I'm going to try and treat Mr. Thicket's wounds.
Okie doke.
Okay, that is a 25.
Alright, that is a critical success. So 4d8.
Oh, 4d8.
48?
48?
You get 25 points of healing.
Oh, I'm J-okay.
Excellent.
Gotta
Is
love
everyone
clerics,
else
man.
well?
Sorry, what was your
Is
question?
Dawn Caller well?
Dawn Collar is still concussed, but, you know, she's got all the way here.
Alright.
You guess she's probably about as good as she can be.
Okay. Here's the plan, unless anyone else has a better one. And the plan is, we're gonna go through the portal, and if shit goes down, we're gonna keep Morgrim and Dawncaller in the middle of the pack and as much out of harm's way as possible. Aye?
Aye.
Good. Oh,
All right.
gods.
When Wyatt's done resting,
Yes, I spent a resolve point.
we'll go in.
Okay. Alright. You all begin going through 2 by 2. Well, actually, 1 by 1 is all you can really fit through the door at once. But who's going first?
I'm squishy.
Bug.
Morgrim
Bastion
will
will
walk
if
in
no
first.
one else wants to.
Oh,
I will,
Morgrim
I
is
can
walking
go.
in?
Oh.
Alright, she'll do it. She's already half dead, might as well.
Oh, gods, no!
And this is going to culminate in Bastion racing after her, going, no, 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 and then going through the portal herself.
Morgrim, do you allow Bastion to go before you?
No.
No, this is just like
Oh,
following
both
her
of you-
into the portal
Jesus.
protest.
Everybody
of-
was hesitant, so
Both
she's
of you
gonna
roll
do it.
initiative, please.
Oh,
With
that's not
athletics.
good for me.
With athletics
Oh,
instead
okay,
of
okay,
perception.
okay, that's better for me. Do I just roll athletics since there's no encounter thing?
Yeah.
That's a 16.
Oh no, that's a 16.
Oh,
Just-
oh, a tie. However,
Oh god.
Morgrim had the higher athletics modifier, so I would say that plus the head start means that Morgrim gets there first by like a second. Morgrim, you sprint through the tent flaps and into the portal circle and just. Bastion,
She just going.
do you follow
He just did.
immediately?
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes.
Bastion also just straight through.
Yeah, I run after them.
All right. Dawncaller, the second she saw Bastion start running, also sprinted after her and gets in before anyone else. Thicket, you're going in. Shoom! Wyatt.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, Wyatt.
I thought I was trying to beat Thicket to the punch too, but okay.
Wyatt and Thicket, you both are pushing and shoving until one of you goes in first and the other goes in second.
All right, well,
very
hang on.
Y'all are fighting like siblings.
19.
Oh, are we rolling this? Okay. hang
All right,
on.
Wyatt, roll athletics.
Initiative or athletics? Okay,
Athletics, it's fine.
Oh no, I'm absolutely effed on this. I gotta roll natural 20 to beat that. No, I'm not beating that.
Thicket gets in first.
Yeah.
I imagine you just shoved me aside. So
I punt him.
Yeah.
You just boom, football punt him 5 feet back. And as far as you're aware, Thub is right behind you, Wyatt.
Okay.
But you all through the portal, and it's just like before, where like it's as if the world is flashing before your eyes. You're
Does
in a familiar
Jean-Tique show up?
place. You do not see Jean-Tique. You're in a familiar place, however. Stone all around you, a table behind you with a couple of mannequin heads on it.
Oh.
Oh.
You're in Samuel's house. However, Thub is nowhere to be seen.
God's damned it.
Where
I'm not even surprised at this point.
in the hells is the Dragonborn? Dracason, fuck.
That did you actually call him a dragonborn with a hard D?
Don't
Oh,
do
I
this.
didn't realize you were that prejudiced.
Wow. Fucking, I thought, you say I was mean? Can't believe it, Bash. Can't fucking
Where
believe
are
it.
they?
Oh
I'm
god, he
looking
was
to
right behind
the
me.
last two to come through.
He was right behind me.
Can't be first and last.
Well, they're not here now.
Suddenly, zoom! Thub comes through thin air.
Oh!
Ah!
Okay, we thought you, never mind.
What? You love what?
No, we thought you weren't coming.
Bojamoy.
You went AWOL for like a week.
I did no such thing. I was sleeping.
Are you sure
Yeah.
you don't have brain damage?
Thub just sort of raises an eyebrow. Yes?
I'm gonna lean over to who's closest to me right now.
Wyatt.
I lean, oh god, all the way. It's like a 4-foot difference between us.
They're
I
5,
lean-
yeah.
I lean all the way down like a giraffe. Nobody sleeps that long without brain damage.
I'm privy to agree with you there, pal. Anyway, are we back in town? Seems like we're back in town.
What do you mean? We know where we are.
Yes, it's a rhetorical question.
Didn't seem particularly rhetorical, but okay.
It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical now.
Alright, well, let's get out of here without impaling ourselves, shall we?
Can you imagine if this is a TPK? We die at the spikes.
Actually, it seems like the whole place has been torn apart by guards, especially since you don't see any of the guard corpses that were here the last time you were here.
Oh, good.
Alright, we're getting to the inn, we're going to bed, and tomorrow we figure out what comes next.
Hi, and preferably you get ready for the chief to get here. Not tomorrow, but the day after.
Oh, right.
At least that's
Not
when
to
he's
mention-
supposed to get here.
The
So
fact that the mayor is dead.
yeah, well, that's not great. Need to figure that out.
We have like an acting mayor here, or is it just kind of a free for all at this point?
Well, typically these aren't things that happen. So, I don't know who the acting mayor would be. I suppose it might be me for now. But I don't know how the Cloudveils would feel about that. They get very skeevy when one of their own isn't in charge.
Okay, well, both of the Cloudvale people who were in line to be mayor are dead, and one of them was a
Yeah.
horrifying cultist. So
Well, I'm
they may
sure,
have to just make do.
I'm sure that the Cloudvales will send somebody else pretty quick from Nilbud before too long after they hear what's happened. So
Which means we need to send word to Nilbud.
I'm sure that that's already been taken care of. I get
Alright.
the feeling that they're very tight-knit.
Everyone to the inn.
Okay.
Well, I guess you can go home, I say to Don Collar, if you want to.
I mean, sure, I suppose it depends a little bit. Are you getting a drink first?
A drink would be bloody fantastic.
Great, then I'm coming with you.
Excellent.
Rest
I'm
you can
right
do what you
behind
want,
ya.
but I'm coming with this one. And she grabs you by the arm and starts pulling you along.
Oh.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I need to drink today away.
Yeah. I need something really hard.
Now, as you leave Samuel's house, the sun is nowhere to be seen. It is pretty firmly midnight right now. Meaning several hours have passed.
Oh, what?
That's a mystery. I'm gonna leave for tomorrow.
Teleporting doesn't normally do that, does it?
Well, if you make a shitty circle.
So you say.
Alright, come on, let's go. We've got to get drunk.
Alcohol. Aye, let's get drunk.
Morgrim, are you going with the rest of the gang?
She will follow behind, hobbling quietly.
So, you all make your way back to the inn. To the Ye Ol' Ugly Wolf.
Galenod. Oh my gosh, been a while.
Good old Galenod. And yeah. It's quiet. Feels like most people are in bed, which makes sense. It's a work night. Assuming it is still midless, or I guess mornless into midless.
Where's that damn that calendar that we have?
Monday into Tuesday.
Right.
Oh, I hate Mondays.
Functionally.
Don't worry, it's already over.
Yeah,
It was a
that's
pretty
true.
bad Monday.
It was.
We've definitely had better. Alright, when we get inside, I would like to ask the bartender what day it is.
It's well, he looks at the clock in the corner. If you'd asked me about 5 minutes ago, I would have said mornless, the 42nd of first equinox. But now I guess it's the 43rd, midless.
For the 42nd? Oh god.
As far as you're aware, that's the day you left.
Yeah, I'm trying to be sarcastic.
Alright. Well, I think I speak for everyone when I say a round of drinks, please.
All right, what can I get you?
What's the strongest thing you have?
I got you covered. And he goes down and pulls out from underneath the counter a very small, dark brown bottle
Uh-oh.
with a pour spout on top.
Hmm.
It has no label.
Oh.
And he pulls out a couple of shot glasses. One for each of you, I suppose.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Morgrim shakes her head.
Yeah, Morgrim, I don't think you should drink.
Don Collar sees Morgrim shake her head. All right, I'll take hers.
Morgrim saying no to a drink has Bastion, like, a little alarmed.
So
Weren't before now. You definitely should be now.
the bartender pours all of the shots, and as each shot goes into the glass, the liquid, which is a light brown color, begins steaming. All right, drink it fast before it evaporates.
All right, then. I take my shot.
Oh yeah, you all take your shots. Dawncaller takes 2 of them in quick succession, and I need all of you to make fortitude saves.
Oh, no.
Lovely.
Even Wyatt.
I
think
hope
we
I
knew this
fail.
was coming.
To be fair, he is half the size of everyone
You
else.
can choose to fail the drunkenness, but this isn't just for the drunkenness.
Oh,
This is
shoot.
22.
I see.
15.
26.
22,
15.
26, 15. I'll roll for Thub. Why not? Okay. Thub gets a 25.
Of course.
Okay. And then we roll for Dawncaller. Okay. So Thicket and Bastion and Thub and Dawncaller, you all start almost immediately gasping for air. Because holy shit, he wasn't lying when that's strong stuff. God damn. Tasted pretty good though. Nice and sort of oaky, nutty. Definitely some notes of pure fucking grain alcohol in there. But yeah, was definitely aged at least a little bit in something.
Oh god.
Wyatt, you
Fucking dead.
are Wyatt almost immediately just falls off his bar stool. Wyatt,
Well,
you're
you
not
were meant
like
to be the drinker.
Wyatt, you're not like drunk or anything. You're just like, ha.
How bad is this?
I mean, it's not your favorite. You know, you would have thought that something really strong like that would be really up your alley, but it's definitely
like
not
seizing.
your favorite.
I'm seizing. I'm like
you're not
foaming in the
even
mouth.
seizing. It just like it really doesn't taste good.
Ah.
Nowhere near the flavor you like.
This is terrible.
I actually thought it was pretty good.
There we go. It's acquired taste.
I've had as much of it as you have, so I don't know about acquired.
It's an acquired taste.
What do you think? We're doing another round?
Hi. And I slam
I'll
down
take
the
one.
shot glass.
Or
Or I tap it against the bar.
He pours another round for each of you who wants one.
Please, more.
More of the same, or you want something different, little man?
Anything stronger.
This is quite literally the strongest I think is physically possible to make.
Is it even able to kill me right now?
I mean, if you drink enough of it, yeah.
Oh,
And before you ask, yes, I am willing to sell you enough to kill you, so long as you pay me first.
Guys, we're not doing this at a tab, are we?
You can start a tab if you'd like.
Sure,
How
let's
much
do
for the
it.
2 rounds of shots?
I'd say probably a solid 7 gold a round.
Alright, well, I will cover 1 round.
I'll cover the next.
I'll take the next.
Alrighty then. You there, ashy face. You want anything?
Orphan just cuts
Rose?
her eyes at him and just stares at him.
Booze? Water?
Is there a...
Milk?
Wait, in Wyatt's medical
Coffee.
knowledge, is there something that's good for really burnt people?
Sure, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Medicine check on this. Is there any, like, weird cures, like natural remedies for horrible 6-degree burns? 25.
Well, you've heard of this magical, mystical plant called aloe vera that you've heard is pretty good.
Oh, we're not here though.
But that's not native to this continent, so.
Somewhere deep, I think Sosa's is having like, oh, there's plenty of aloe vera here.
Yeah.
Down in Omen, right? That's where it's from.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Shit. I don't suppose you have like a. Hold on. This does not happen in game. But why it will, as like a fourth break, you don't have like the Target aloe vera multi-symptom drink, right? Like the ones they sell at Target pharmacy. That is not for human consumption, but everyone can still drink it.
Good lord.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, Wyatt's got no recommendations in this case. He's gonna keep an eye on Morgan, make sure she's okay.
Do we still have our rooms here, or do we have to pay for them every night?
You gotta pay for him. This fucker here, and he points at Thub. He's gotta pay for the nights he owes first. Thub just looks at him, turns around and starts running.
Where the fuck are you going?
Not here! I cannot be in that again!
In what? The room?
Thub is gone now. He's no longer my problem.
Let's go Elysium style, just make a run for it.
He's no longer my problem for this session. So,
Alright, well.
Yeah, rooms aren't too expensive. Around, I think, reasonable enough is 5-ish copper a piece. This late at night. We also don't really have any solo rooms, so you're gonna have to be okay with bunking up.
We can live with that.
Let's turn in.
I'm going to pass out.
All right. Dawn Collar is going to hold on to Bastion's hand and keep her at the bar.
Hello?
Just a moment. We've got to talk.
Okay.
Ooh. Has everyone left at this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I wanted to ask if everything's okay. You seem a little extra shaken by everything that's happened in the caves there.
It was a day.
Do you
You
want to
scared
talk
me
about
half to
it?
death, and then went there, and everyone seemed to be pretty much of the opinion that I should be in the cult, including the icon of the god, which, you know, isn't pleasant. And yeah, no, it's been a bad day.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm sorry, I don't know much that I can do to really help.
I don't think anyone does.
But why do you think they were so convinced that you should be there?
I mean, look at me. Hold
She
down the
looks-
scarf.
She looks you up and down. I don't understand still. All I see is my friend.
Yeah, but most people don't. They don't see anyone
Well-
human or Vafit. They don't see anyone orc. They don't see anyone who's anything, really.
Well, most people fucking suck.
Aye, but when a cult of a god of monsters tells you that you look like you belong with them, hard not to take it to heart.
Okay. But you don't belong with them. You're not with them. clearly they made a mistake.
I hope you're right.
No need to hope. I am right, as I tend to be.
Alright, well, if you'd like to have a chat with some of my organs, they seem, not convinced by the path I'm taking.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Which one's giving you trouble right now? Is it still the heart?
Oh, the heart's been a real bitch, actually.
She gets real close to your heart. Oi! Fucker! Lay off, Bastion, will ya? She's good people. She leans back in her stool. Did that help at all?
Not sure. I should have Wyatt look and see if he can figure out what creature my heart came from.
I don't know if I trust anything that little fucker has to say.
I mean, I don't either, but I haven't been able to figure it out, so...
Well, are you ready to meet the chief?
Oh, not in the slightest.
That's fair. He can be a little intimidating, I won't lie, but you get
He's
used
not
to
gonna
him.
be happy with me.
Sorry, say again?
He's not gonna be happy with me.
Well, actually, when I told him everything that I knew, he already was. It's not that I think he'll be unhappy. I think he'll just be kind of curious. I'll be honest. I think. What is the reason that you think he's not going to be happy with you? She slams another shot.
I let Thicket put the damn thing in his chest.
Yeah. Well, to be entirely honest, well, you might have lost points with me for that. You'll probably gain points with him, because,
I didn't think he'd put it in his chest.
well, you know, the chief is all about keeping these kinds of things within the people, so he's probably going to be a little disappointed that it didn't immediately go to me. However, you know, or that I frankly didn't immediately take it from you and bring it to stick in some irony's chest. But frankly, I think he can suck it the fuck up. Because I don't know if there's any better people to trust it to than you. And honestly, I feel like for the most part, your crew is pretty trustworthy.
Are you walking home?
I was thinking about it. Gonna come with?
Well, I'm not letting you walk back on your own. Last time I
Alright.
left you alone, you got kidnapped.
This is fair, and I do have a pretty solid concussion. Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Alright, so the two of you start walking back to Don Collar's house. What do you talk about on the way there, if anything?
Probably reminiscing about the old crew and how they died in a bunch of grisly ways.
Yeah, Don Collar also is laughing with you about those old stories. And oh, you remember the time we went to the forest? That nightmare of a place.
Consider anything up here a forest?
Well, yeah, the Hollow Forest. It's quite literally the only forest we've got, that I'm aware of, at least. It's where we found that temple with the mummy inside it.
Oh, the temple, yes.
Yeah, that was in the Hollowwood. Strange bloody place.
Yeah.
What do you think ever happened to the mummy?
I don't know. All I know is that we booked it out of town.
I won't lie. Kinda glad that fucking werewolf kid died. He was annoying. He was a real prick, honestly. The rest of them were okay, they were fine, they were a little off, but that werewolf guy was real fucking weird.
I think he had a crush on you.
I think he did. He made me real uncomfortable.
Well, What do you expect from a werewolf?
I suppose so. And that fucking idiot who decided to fight a dragon? Come on.
Well, it's not that he decided to fight a dragon. We were all fighting the dragon. He decided to climb onto the dragon as it was flying away.
Oh, that's right. Okay, right. After somebody else, who was it? I think it was Sleed, shot a fucking slingshot of fireworks into the thing's nose.
Yes.
Fucking idiots.
I'll never say they were the brightest crew. But they were one.
They were certainly a crew. I think I like your new one a lot better.
Aye.
At this point, you've reached Don Collar's front door. All right, well, this is me. If you want, I don't know if you already paid for your room at the inn, but I do have a spare bed here, and it's probably going to be a bit more comfortable than the floor at the inn.
I'll take you up on that offer.
Great.
The lads might think I've been kidnapped, but
That's
they'll
fine.
figure it
They
out.
can fucking deal.
Anyway,
Alright.
I'm not any more missing than Thub is, so...
What the fuck is that person's deal?
We're not sure.
As she leads you inside, she, takes off her jacket, and you look around and realize that the entire house is a bit of a mess.
What kind of a mess?
Like, just papers everywhere. Papers and books and pens. You could swear you didn't know that one woman could own so many inkwells.
Why do you even have an office if all of this stuff is here?
Gotta take my work home with me sometimes. Just ignore it.
Alright.
Okay, well, here's the spare room. If you need anything, there should be some water in a pitcher in the kitchen over there. And I'm sure I've got some wine stashed in there as well if you want it. But I'm going to bed.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you for not dying. That would have put a real hitch in my day.
Yeah, thank you for also not dying and preventing me from probably dying. And probably a lot more people, let's be entirely honest. You saved probably a whole ton of lives today.
Well, do my best.
You did good. Your best is good. And she gives you a hug. Very firm hug.
Bastion's gonna go in the room and just lie down and stare at the ceiling until she falls asleep.
All right. So, that brings us now... Well, I guess let's also go to Morgrim. Morgrim, you lay down in your spot on the floor in the inn. And you're having a very difficult time getting to sleep. Yeah, not having eyelids makes it very difficult. Especially since, in the darkness, you realize that your eyes are pretty constantly emitting a glow that you can see reflecting off of your own skin. It's very distracting. But after an extra, what you think is probably an hour or so, more than it normally would take for you to fall asleep, you do manage to get yourself to sleep. Everyone else, you sleep like babies. And you wake up around 8:30 the next morning. So, all of you awaken to the hustle and bustle of a mid-last morning. What do y'all do?
Wyatt has to prepare his spell. He does a prayer out in the bar.
thicket.
So
What do you do
full
with your
rest,
morning?
right? Are we,
Oh,
do we
yeah.
have a full rest?
Not full rest.
A rest for the night, right?
You sleep, so you get your spell
Okay.
slots back. You get your resolve back.
Oh god. Okay, thank you.
I don't like that there's not a setting that would like be like, oh, I can rest for the night without fucking with my hit points.
I know. Yeah. Eh. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm getting breakfast.
Okay.
Bastion is going to try and cook breakfast in Dawn Collar's home?
Before or after Dawncaller wakes up?
Before, probably?
Okay. All right. So, you start rooting around the kitchen. You do find that bottle of wine that she was talking about. Looks like a bottle of red that is yet to be opened. Imported seemingly from Omen, which is much fancier than you would have expected for her. And you also find in her cold chest couple of cuts of meat. What you think are some strips of bacon, some eggs, a couple other little things, little vegetables here and there scattered around the kitchen. Definitely not in the best condition. It seems like she hasn't done a whole ton of cooking recently.
Let's try for bacon and omelets.
Bacon and omelets. Okay, go ahead and make a crafting check for me.
Keep forgetting that I'm trained in crafting for some reason.
Yeah.
That's a 22.
A 22. Well, you'll be damned if these aren't the best smelling bacon omelets you've made in your entire life. They're so good smelling, in fact, that Dawncaller wanders out of her room half awake. Holy shit, is that breakfast?
Yes. I wanted to thank you for the room, so... Awkwardly holds out a plate of omelet.
She takes the plate. Well, thank you. I'll make some coffee.
You have real coffee here?
No. Well...
Frost coffee?
I do have a little real coffee, to be honest. Little bit.
Maybe save that for a special occasion.
This feels special enough. If you want it, of course.
I wouldn't say no to some coffee.
Alright, I'll make some real coffee. Keep the eggs warm. She goes into one of her lower counter cabinets, opens it up, and you hear clicking. You look over and you see that she's opening a safe. And out of the safe, she pulls a small satchel, from which you can just smell that beautiful, beautiful smell of coffee beans. Real
I understand
coffee
why you would
beans.
need that in a safe here.
Oh, yeah. You would be fucking shocked how many people would kill for this stuff.
I'm
not
not sure I
joking.
would.
I'm not joking. I've prosecuted multiple cases where people have outright committed murder for half this bag.
God damn.
I know, people miss their fucking coffee, man. And I've got to say, I didn't really understand why until I tried this stuff. Whew. I don't know how my people have lived without it for however many millennia.
Well, you know. Guess you don't know. You don't miss what you don't know.
I suppose that's true. She makes the coffee, brings it over. You all have a nice little breakfast together. And as you're having your breakfast, Bastion, you've probably got maybe 2 bites left in your omelet when you hear a knock at the door. Dawncaller just stops. The food falls out of her mouth.
Someone know you're back in town?
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna throw a shirt on real fast. And she quickly runs into her room and puts some nicer clothes on that weren't her pajamas.
Begs the question, was she not wearing a shirt?
She was wearing her pajamas, but like
Okay.
not her formal shirt.
Okay.
Whoa.
I realize I phrased that wrong.
I was just confused. I was like, what?
Whoa.
But she... God damn it, Colby. She runs in and then, like, quick as lightning, runs back out with her normal, like, sort of nicer, like, work attire on. She opens the door, and Bastion, on the other side, you see a hulking Nantan man. This guy outright does not have a shirt on.
Oh.
He does, however, have a giant double-ended spear in his hand.
Oh boy.
And he's wearing a lot of fur on his lower half, covered in tattoos. And you also see a large scar across his abdomen.
Righto.
What was that?
Said righto.
Ah. May I come in? Yes, Chief. Sure thing. Don Collar leads him in. Please, can I take... did you bring any luggage? No, travel lighter this way. Right, I see. Well, I'm sure you're hungry or thirsty or something. No. Okay.
Can I get you an omelet?
The Nantan just looks at you with these pale, all-knowing eyes. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to say probably not. He looks back at Don Collar. Who is this? This is Bastion. Bastion Parker. Very good friend of mine, who I told you about when I came to visit. And immediately the Nantan's face sort of lightens up and softens. Oh, you're Bastion. I've heard about you. And he sticks his spear into the wooden floor and stomps on over, stomping snow all over the papers on the floor, and just sticks out a hand to you, Bastion. A gloved and gauntleted hand.
I shake the hand.
Chief Bravewalker, pleasure to meet you at long last.
Pleasure.
So, you're the one who Don Collar says found the Soul of Frost.
My crew found it, but I was there.
Alright. And you have it?
No, my
You
companion
don't
has
have
it.
I see.
It's currently lodged in his chest.
He raises... I would say he raises an eyebrow, but he's a Nantan, so he doesn't have any hair. So he raises a brow. I see. Alright then. I would like to meet these companions of yours. And see
That
the
can
Soul
be
of
arranged.
Frost.
Would you like to follow me to the inn where I think they are?
He nods.
Turn to Dawn Color. Are you coming, or...?
Yes. Bastion, you can very easily tell that she is absolutely bewildered and scared shitless right now.
Fair enough. Alright, let's go.
All right. So, the rest of you are all having your breakfast at the inn, assuming you're having breakfast at the inn. When you hear the door open, and in walks Bastion, Dawncaller, and this absolutely gargantuan Nantan. He's like pushing 8 feet tall. So he's taller than Thicket by a wide margin. And Thicket, I should note that the second the door opens, you are hit by this absolute sense of power.
I'm
Like
immediately
regal
going to perk up at
might.
that.
Regal might.
What is that? I would like. I'm assuming. Where's the door in relation to me right now? Am I
It's
facing
behind
it?
you. It's behind you.
Behind
So
Hey, Thicket, can you come over here?
Hi.
The rest of
going
you
to-
too, if you can.
Get up and move on over.
okay. Do the rest of you also move over? Wyatt and Morgrim, do you also
Yeah.
join? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I was wondering if something bad happened to you after you didn't come back last night.
Nope. I just stayed at Dawncoller's. This is the chief. Chief, this is Thicket.
Now, I have a quick question for you, Cam.
Yes.
What should Thicket's response here be? Like, knowing that this is a Nantan chief.
So
like, would he kneel, bow? How
so
does he show
this
reverence?
this is, I should note, not just a Nantan chief. This is the chief of the Arane. The Arane are the tribe of all tribes. So he is basically chief of all Nantan.
Right.
So your response would likely be something of A, bewilderment that you're even in his presence, but B, you would revere chiefs as like, you would probably see him not quite as a king, but probably closer to probably like a step above a president of the United States.
Okay.
A step
Joe
above
Biden.
a POTUS?
Like one step above a POTUS.
Okay.
You mean
I'm
the
trying to
King
think
of
who
England,
is a
right?
step above.
The King of England.
No, the
baby.
King of England doesn't mean shit.
I guess the super president? Jeff Bezos.
Please do not treat him as we would treat Jeff Bezos.
No, but Thicket, just shaken by just this figure's mere presence in front of him, is going to drop to one knee and bow his head in reverence and say, Chief, I am Thicket of the Nantan, and I am graciously humbled to be in your presence.
You hear firm, strong footsteps approaching you, Thicket, before you feel a hand on your chin, very gently lifting your chin up. Thicket of the Nantan.
Aye.
You're the one
Of
who... Right, of course. Very interesting. You can feel him moving your face around, getting a good look at you. Stand up, brother.
I stand up.
I should note that a chief referring to you as brother is like, holy shit. Like, that is the chief referring to you as an equal.
I'm no brother. I'm but a humble. I don't even know anymore. I think at one point I was training to be a spring keeper in my clan. I'm just a humble recluse, a hermit of a tribe long since. Well, I guess not long. Well, I don't really know what I am or where I am to be in the world at this moment anymore. But I'm not sure I deserve the title of brother. But if you insist, Chief, I graciously
The hand,
concede.
as you continue rambling, the hand moves from your chin to your shoulder as he just firmly grips your shoulder. Stand up, brother. The title does fit you. And I think, while I may not be able to tell you what happened to Crushel, or why you're here, seemingly missing several years of your life, what I can tell you is that I may know your new purpose. And you feel his other hand rest on the soul of frost in your chest. And you feel for just a moment, his presence mingles with yours and Cranberry's. All three of you and the soul of frost are one for half a second. And you can feel Cranberry is also in a sense of wonder about what's happening right now. You can feel the chief calm, stoic, respectful, knowing. But you also feel there's something there that he's not letting you see. And you feel absolutely nothing from the soul of frost. As he helps you stand and helps you into a seat.
My purpose?
Indeed. That's what I'm here for. As this very clearly is what Don Calder said it would be. This is the soul of frost. So, Don Calder says you found it in a cave. Beneath.
Not.
Yes. Speak, brother.
Not just any cave. It was what I'd come to learn is the remnants of Crushel.
I believe that may make sense. And was it your idea to bind the soul of frost to that being in your chest? What did you call it? Cranberry?
Aye,
Is that what
he's
its name is?
the guardian of Crushel.
I see.
I wouldn't say it was neither my idea nor his, or a bit of both. It just felt right to put it there.
I see. And none of the rest of you had any interactions properly with the soul of frost beyond looking at it?
Thought it'd make.
Oh, there goes MMAs.
Well, I was gonna say thought it was a gray ice cube, but he's not gonna say that.
I eated the soul of frost.
White's gonna cough as he says any other purpose because he remembers what he used as an ice cube.
Chief Bravewalker looks dead into your eyes,
Nothing.
Wyatt, and you could swear that he sees right through you. In every sense of the word.
Take out the flask. Take a sip.
And what of you, dwarf?
I got nothing.
Nothing from the Soul of Frost, perhaps, but you've certainly gotten something from somewhere. I take it this is a recent development.
Yeah. What do you know of it? Anything?
I'm not as in tune with the elements as many of my kin. But I can definitely feel power. And there is strong power within you. And that power is noble in nature. Very interesting. All right. So, Brother Thicket here has taken it upon himself, I suppose, to be the guardian of the Soul of Frost, alongside the creature known as Cranberry. And that means the rest of you are his protectors. Of course, there's one small problem. The only ones worthy to be protectors of the Soul of Frost, or anything so powerful, are members of the RNA. Bastion, you notice at Bravewalker saying this, Dawn Collar, like, her eyes go wide. She's been staring at the table this whole time.
Oh,
And her eyes just go wide. And she looks at him. And you can see her start to just shake her head no. So, in order to be trusted with this power, this great task, you must complete an initiation.
Great. It's like a frat.
I'm not
Hopefully
entirely
we're not
sure
getting
what that
hazed.
is. You're definitely not getting hazed. I do know what that is. No. Those who are outsiders who wish to prove themselves worthy of the irony, they must complete a hunt. And
Hunt of what?
at this, Bastion, I'm assuming you're sitting next to Dawn Collar.
Yeah.
At this point, Dawn Collar starts very quietly saying no under her breath.
I'm gonna grab her hand.
She sharply jumps and then looks down, sees your hand, and you can see her breathing start to slow a little bit. And she grabs your hand back and squeezes really hard. Your task to prove yourselves to me and to the RNA is to hunt the Cutty Wren in the Hollow Forest. And
What?
bring it back to me.
What is that?
The Cutty Wren.
Yeah, I know, but what is it?
Would I know what that is?
I am going to have each of you make a recall knowledge check of your choice. Thicket, I am going to account for your being a non-tan.
Okay.
Would Morgram even have any idea, being so isolated the way
Oh!
she was?
You might. Still go ahead and give a roll.
Natural 20 nature check.
Wow.
We're
21.
gonna do a
33.
nature check.
12. I don't think she did.
Okay. And do any of you have
That's
dubious
a
knowledge?
15.
I
No.
think Thicket has dubious knowledge.
Yes, I do, but I got a 21.
Okay. Okay. So, Morgrim and Bastion, you're both like, what the fuck? Thicket, and especially Wyatt, you've heard of the Cutty Wren. It is a legendary bird
Oh,
that, honestly, Wyatt, you thought they were mythical, frankly.
they're
You
real?
you thought that these were mythical creatures, like out of ancient storybooks, because reportedly they are giant birds that are deeply connected to the primal power of the deep green, the power of nature itself, to the point where many cultures outright believe Cutty Wrens to be emissaries of the deep green.
You're kidding, right? It's not a real creature. You're just making fun of us. You know, a mythical creature doesn't exist.
Chief Bravewalker looks at you, Wyatt,
Haha.
and you can see in his eyes, this man has not told any semblance of a joke.
Fucking Sir Scene's will. This is not a joke anymore.
What is it?
You are to hunt the Cutty Wren of the Hollow Forest. You are to bring its carcass to the Arane camp. If you succeed, you will be Arane. If you fail, the Soul of Frost will still have a guardian, though it will not be you any longer.
Oh god. So like, we all just like ditch the Soul Frost here. We all go to somewhere nice, like Omen, and just retire on a beach somewhere.
You could choose to do that. That is entirely within your right and your power.
Thicket is going to puff his chest up. I'll do it.
Good. Well, the rest of you go and protect your guardian.
So has someone explained to Bastion that this bird thing is that A, it is a bird thing, and B, it is connected to the deep green or whatever?
Wyatt passes her a note.
Excuse me, Chief, why would we kill something connected to the deep green?
Because the power of the deep green flows through it, and we can use that power.
Okay.
Worry not. The balance will not be upset.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure we didn't, like, end the world by killing a bird.
No.
Would
This
I
is a tradition
know?
that has gone on for as long as the RNA have existed.
Would I know if like this type of initiation rite is commonplace among Nantan?
Not among Nantan. Among RNA, you would have heard that this is like how you, as an outsider, become a transplant to their tribe.
I see. Okay.
Which basically means that nobody ever does it. Like,
Gotcha.
it's so rare that quite literally several of your people's folktales are of people managing, like, that is sort of the end goal. Like in Greek myths, the end goal is to, you go to Olympus. Or in Norse mythology, it's, you go to Valhalla or to Asgard or whatever. In Nantan culture, it's you become a member of the RNA and you get to live in the glacier with them.
Oh my goodness.
Like, this is a mythical task that you've been assigned. Quite literally, a task that is the subject of several of your people's myths.
We literally sing songs of this, right, GM?
Oh, fuck yeah.
We will go down
Chief.
in history.
Can we have a minute?
Go for it. I will sample the local cuisine. And he stands up, taking his giant double-ended spear with him to the bar. Bastion,
I turned to
Dawncaller has been shaking like a leaf
Why don't
ever
you want
since
us
the
to do
Cuddy Run
this?
was. I don't think anyone's ever survived. He's asking you to go on a suicide mission. I can't fucking believe him. I can't fucking believe he'd do this.
We've always come back before, right?
Okay, maybe. However, have you ever fought a fucking Koturan?
I'm still not entirely sure what that is.
Fucking terrifying is what it is.
Right? Okay. I don't think we have much choice.
I don't think so either, and that's the worst part.
Does anyone else see a plan B?
Let them get other guardians.
Why would you want a plan B? We've been given a great honor, and it's our duty to fulfill it.
Look at, I'm not of your people.
You can be.
I get the feeling if we pull this off, we will be one of them.
They're going to tell stories about this hundreds of years from now, just as my people tell stories of the last to do this.
Assuming we do this and not get eaten horribly.
Actually, even if we get eaten horribly, they'll probably tell us as a warning, so...
Oh, you're forgetting. We've got something that the icon of a god knows on our side. And a cursed stone to go with it. So if anyone can do this, it's us. We've also got one of the hyena barrels I've heard in my time among this civilization here that your family has done quite a bit. We've got
You could say that.
an incredible amalgamation of, I'm sure, many heroes make you up, Bastion.
I really think that's not the case.
Bastion, your heart starts screaming, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
Yeah, my heart is literally objecting.
I ignore that. Morgrim, you are made of fire. You've died and risen and come back like a phoenix, which I've recently heard of.
You don't understand the implications of what's going on with me. It's not a good thing.
We're being asked to undertake a legendary task here. But we are legendary people.
Legendarily horrible.
You hear a
You're
voice from
legendary.
under the table. What about me? Am I a legendary people?
You're, I don't know you well enough to say if you're legendary.
Their
Oh,
life
right.
goal is to go to another planet and kill the god that killed their dragon parent.
Ah, I can get behind that. You, my friend, are trying to leave this planet to fight a god.
Hooray! I think I have forgotten that is my backstory.
As have I. As have
Thumb
I.
melts back into the floor.
Oh, Jesus! Fantasy Jesus!
None of that was canon.
We're all legendary, and we can do this.
I'm gonna turn to Dawncaller. If you tell me not to do it, I won't.
I can't make that choice for you, Bastion. Please don't make me make that choice for you.
Then you know I have to do it.
I know what happens if you give up the Soul of Frost.
What happens?
I can't say. There is no winning situation.
Why can't you say?
I just can't. I'm bound by oath. And I'm bound by him. She nods over at Chief Bravewalker, who's currently walking back to the table, munching on a Danish. He sits back down, very surprisingly gently for someone of his size. Like, doesn't make a noise, the chair doesn't even creak. I have to say, I am very impressed with the local cuisine here. What do you call this thing?
It's a Danish.
Danish. Don Collar, we should learn to make these. Don Collar just doesn't respond. She knows I'm right.
What happens if he gives up the Soul of Frost?
Well, it would be quite the dishonorable thing to do at this point. Though none could blame.
I look at Dunkler. Does that look like all the answer?
You can't really tell. Dawncaller is kind of receded into herself at this point, and is just making herself very small. So, Thacket, we've got some talking to do about the Soul of Frost.
Please.
The rest of you can stick around if you so choose. However, this primarily concerns Thicket and Cranberry. Have you managed to use the soul yet?
Use the soul?
Aye. The soul can be used.
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Have you fed it?
Fed it. Souls?
Aye.
Aye. One or two.
That should be enough.
For what?
You can expend that energy. Once you feed the Soul of Frost, you can expend the energy that you feed to it in order to release a portion of its power. You should be able to do that while the soul is in your chest. But when Cranberry is out, all of that power lies in his hands.
See.
All you've got to do is will the soul. will the soul to release. And it will do so, assuming you've created a strong enough bond with it.
Aye, but I'm afraid of whatever's in there.
Do not be afraid, brother. The soul is a gift, a powerful gift, but a gift nonetheless.
Chief. Thank you. But how do you know this?
Chief Bravewalker gently rolls your hand into his. Because, Thicket, these are the tales that have been passed down between the chiefs of the RNA for generations upon generations upon generations. This is the day that my people have been waiting for, ever since we were created. For the soul to be found.
Thicket's nervousness is going to sort of give way as he straightens back out. Then I'll put it to good use.
Good man. I know you well. He's going to lift up your blindfold. What do Thicket's eyes look like?
They are just dull, clouded gray eyes.
You feel as Bravewalker places his hand over your eyes. And for a moment, you almost feel like you can see. You will put it to good use, brother.
Thank
I can
you.
feel it.
Brother. Thank you.
He replaces the blindfold. All right then. Is there anything else that any of you have to ask of me? Or wish to say? No? Well then. I shall
You're gonna
take my
die. It's
leave.
gonna be real cool, I guess.
In that case, I shall take my leave. Don Collar can guide you to our camp once you've completed your task. Until then, I wish you well, Guardians. And he stands up and exits the inn.
He was a day early.
Yeah, he was. He certainly was. It's just fucking like him. Oh no. Okay. Well, congrats. Y'all met the chief, and I think he liked you.
At least there's that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wish there was much of anything I could do to really prepare you for the Cutty Wren. Unfortunately,
Any weaknesses? Any like massive true names we could call out to it, or
What do the
Unfortunately,
myths say?
I can't tell you. I'm bound by oath.
oh,
But I cannot tell you. I cannot assist you in this journey.
we just go through a list of like maybe weaknesses, and then if it is we point to one and it's a weakness, you nod.
That would be me assisting and breaking my oath.
Okay.
Wyatt.
I think
Making
you have
sure.
to go to a library and hope that there's some accounting of the stories of this thing.
Is there anything I would know?
Go ahead and make another recall knowledge check.
23.
23. In all your recollection of the tales involving the Cutty Wren, you remember that those who try to combat the beast with spears and swords, they rarely survive. Those are not happy stories.
Let's go to the library. We can find some weaknesses there. I believe in the oral history of my people. There's been talk of those that have wounded the beast, come close to killing it. And, of course, there's the mighty few that have. I don't see any reason why we can't do it either.
I'll meet you there.
Okay. So Thicket's heading to the library. Who's heading to the library with Thicket?
Yeah, I guess I'll follow.
I mean, I feel like there's more productive things I could do than go to the Well, I suppose I could assist
You
the
can't
people reading.
read, but
I could answer questions.
Well,
that's true.
other than the library, what would Thicket want to do right now?
Probably meditate with Cranberry.
Okay. So Morgan, would you still go to the library then?
I guess I would.
Okay. Wyatt, would you go to the library with Morgan, or would you do something else?
I'd get a drink and then go to the library.
Okay. And Bastion, what are you doing?
I'm gonna talk to Dawn Caller real quick and then go to the library.
Okay. So Morgan and Wyatt, you set off to the library. Thicket, you go to wherever it is that you're going to meditate, which is where, by the way?
Just like a field of snow.
Okay. Plenty of those around.
Oh yeah. Just isolated away.
Okay. So, Bastion, you and Dawn Color are alone. In a public inn, but alone.
Yes. Alone for people that we know and are relevant.
Yes.
Alright. Look at me.
She looks at you.
I'm coming back. I don't care about this stupid fucking bird. I will be coming back.
I'm going to choose to believe you.
Don't choose to believe me. Know that I'm right.
That's difficult considering we lost our previous crew to the Hollow Wood.
Yeah, well, our previous crew was a group of idiots.
I'm not entirely convinced that you're not with a group of idiots. No.
Oh, come on.
Though I will say that Morgrim's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah, it's nearly been burned off her shoulders, but she's got a good one.
Aye.
I'm going to figure this out. I don't care what the fuck this thing is. If I have to get through it to get out of here, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Get out of here.
This whole clusterfuck of a situation.
Aye.
So I can have something other than whatever the hell this is.
Aye.
Though gods know that my lovely body parts will only protest if I try and retire.
I think they'll protest no matter what you do, to be honest.
You're not wrong.
I don't know, Bastion. I'm still having a difficult time believing that this is the route he decided to go down. It's what I was afraid of. And of course I was right. This is an incredibly dangerous task.
Well, guess that's what we're here for.
I guess it is. Unfortunately, like I said before, my oath does prevent me from helping in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, well, then it'd be too easy.
Aye, it would be. I should probably get to work and start figuring out what the fuck to do with the town.
Oh yeah, finding out who's in charge of town would be great.
Aye. Not the worst thing to get handled.
You gotta promise me that while you do it, you don't worry about me.
That's unfortunately not a promise I can make.
Well, you're gonna have to make it.
I don't think I can.
Whatever happens, you gotta keep things running, so...
Aye, at least until the next Cloudvale shows up.
Who knows when that'll be.
Well, you're probably going to be passing through Nilbud on your way to the Hollow Forest, so... who knows, you might run into our next mayor on the way.
Well, if he seems like a dick, we'll, kill him for you.
Oh, please do. They'll just send another. Those fuckers are a dime a dozen. Though, hopefully we don't get another Wend cultist.
Yeah, that would be, pretty damn bad.
Aye, it would be pretty damn bad. We'll stick to the cult of capitalism. That's bad enough.
Aye. Alright.
Alright.
Will I see you before we leave?
I would imagine so. She puts a hand on your cheek. I would imagine so. Take care.
Best, go do some research then.
Aye, you best do that. And she
I'm gonna go
heads
and
out.
Go to the library.
Alright. You go to the library. Morgrim and Wyatt, you get a head start. So, I guess, that means the two of you better start doing some research. Yeah. I guess go ahead and make recall knowledge checks of your choice.
Watch this, baby. I say as Wyatt basically can only reach up to the second aisle of books.
Recall knowledge of my choice.
Yes.
22. Not great.
22, Morgrim.
26.
For what skill?
Nature.
Nature. Okay. Yeah, there's not a lot of Nantan history written down. You definitely have gathered that they are an oral culture that does not like having their culture written down necessarily. You do, Morgrim, manage to find a mention of the Cuddy Wren. At least you think it's the same creature. It's not really named, but the general description is of a massive bird with deep connections to the deep green. You can't really find a whole lot about it. All you can really find is just generally that they tend to live in forests and they tend to be found in cold environments and that they are extremely dangerous. Though they, from what you see here, they are not actively aggressive creatures. So, from what you can tell from this research, they will not necessarily be the ones to strike first. Or at least not unless they're provoked. Bastion, at this point, you arrive at the library. So you may go ahead and make a recall knowledge check of your choice if you'd like.
Guess we're gonna go with nature.
Okay.
Okay, well that's only a 15.
Yeah, Bastion, you're not able to find anything that you didn't know already. Thicket.
Hi.
Go ahead and make a cranberry lore check.
Oh boy. Son of a bitch. You know what?
Ooh.
You know what? We're close to the. I'm gonna hero point that because we're close to the end of the session.
I've got to admit,
Wait,
I'm
is he-
kind of surprised
Is
that
he
you didn't.
Wait, is he next to us right now?
No,
No.
he's off in
Oh.
the field.
He's in a field.
Damn it.
I've got to admit, Colby, I'm kind of surprised that you didn't make yourself an expert in this.
I forgot that I could do that. I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
Retrain yourself on the field.
I-
You're like,
I forgot that lore skills are
Skills.
skills.
Yeah. They are indeed. Oh, that's much better.
There we go. 25.
25. Okay. Are you trying to communicate anything specific to Cranberry?
Yes. I want him to know that fuck, I'll just act it out. Right. Listen to me, bud. Please. I know we've been through a lot at this point, and I don't know what's been going on. Why you've done some of the things that you've done. And if it's out of rage, then I get it. But what we have right here is an opportunity to return to our people. I've been lost without Crochel, trying to figure out where I am in all this. And why I was blessed with having a guardian spirit protecting me. And I know now that this soul, this is me destiny. And I think it's yours too. So we truly need to work together. I want to call you my friend. More than just me guardian. You and I are the last remnants of the Crochel people. And it's up to us now to carry on that legacy. So, I'm gonna bring you back into the fray. Bring you back into battle. And just... I'll have your back if you have mine, okay?
You can feel that Cranberry wants out.
I release him.
You release Cranberry. Cranberry turns back to you. Goes down as if on one knee, but he doesn't really have knees. Touches 2 fingers to the soul of frost in his forehead. Then touches those same fingers to your forehead.
Aye. That's a deal then.
Cranberry retracts himself.
I get up and brush the snow off.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So, it's around noon at this point. What would y'all like to do?
Suppose we should start figuring out logistics.
How do we kill
Do
a
we-
bird?
We need magical spells that can lock a bird down. I imagine it's the same thing as like killing a fish, right?
Bears is
Except
what we need.
Is that in character?
Yeah,
Why would you assume that killing a bird is like killing a fish?
I'm from a place where there's a lot of fish and big whales and sharks.
You didn't have birds there?
Not. Yeah, were there birds in the city of ships? Any big
I
birds that
mean-
you had to kill?
Nothing like this, no.
Yeah, nothing like this. No, basic
I-
equivalent. Fucking like trying to kill a fucking whale.
One of the spell options that I had for level up was a spell that literally brought flying creatures to the ground and stopped
What was
them
it
from
called?
flying. Earthbind. And I'm
Earthbind.
very much regretting not taking it now. I was like, oh, I'm not going to need that. When are we going to fight a flying creature?
Earthbind. Do I have it?
It's primal. I don't think so.
Yeah,
You
fucking primal
guys
spells.
not concerned at all that this thing is not aggressive and has got a deep connection to the deep green?
Oh, I'm
It seems
concerned. I'm actually
wrong to
very
kill it.
concerned about it.
If I may,
Yeah, I don't.
if I may offer my 2 cents as a non-ton. Are we not animals hunting and being hunted?
You
This
hunt
is
for
just-
food and for necessity. You
Alright.
don't
Just
kill
because
for
it has a
some
deep connection to
sport.
some ass place does not mean it's any better than anything else.
This is just as much a necessity as it is as food is. This is just the natural progression of events.
I feel like that I would probably disagree with that, but that's funny.
Hold on. In what way is this as much of a necessity as food?
Well, we're going to die if we don't get this
No, we
whole ordeal figured out.
Don't. We don't just die if we don't go on this hunt to kill this legendary creature.
I mean, we might. We don't know what Dawncaller can't tell us, so...
Besides, have you any idea the number of bugs you've stepped on your entire life? How many mosquitoes have landed on you that you've slapped
Are
away?
there a lot of bugs in this Arctic wasteland?
No.
I've heard of bugs, but there are pests, rats.
I don't kill rats.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever accidentally stepped on a rat.
I have plenty of times.
believe me,
I
I
killed
have.
dangerous and aggressive creatures.
Rats?
Yeah, I don't have a fondness for rats.
I don't like killing things, but sometimes push comes to shove. It becomes totally necessary.
I'm sure if we give the beast a fight, a good fight, it'd be honored to die for our cause.
So if I
Can I
gave
do
you
a
a good
little bit of
fight, you'd
research
be
on the
honored to
deep
die.
green?
As from my natural 20 previously, are these creatures like intelligent, like sentient, sapient levels of intelligent, or are these just like
I mean,
massive animals
you
that are
don't
just
really
like
know.
I don't really know.
From what you've gathered, all accounts seem to point to them being animals.
Okay. You ever have a really, really good steak? I say in character. I stay in character.
Where is this going?
A really, really good steak. I don't mean some like bullshit fish steak or whatever. I mean like a real steak
What
that they imported in.
The fuck are you talking
My
about?
dad used to make the finest lamb steak.
There's lambs out here?
Yeah, there used to be.
Oh god.
My dad ate them all.
Okay, back in character.
Thicket's dad outright caused the extinction of at least one species on this continent.
I like that as canon now.
That
That's
is canon now.
to be fair, we've seen Thicket eat an entire wheel of cheese in one go.
Have you,
This is
have
not-
you
this is
forgotten?
not-
Have you so easily forgotten the shit on a shingle incident?
No.
No.
The shit on a shingle incident of 746 ACS.
Don't think we really think about what we kill, do we, these days?
Can I
I think
try and recall what I know about the deep green?
Sure, make a check of your choice.
Oh Christ. We're gonna go with Arcana, maybe? That's a 22.
Well, the deep green is far from arcane. So...
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Would I know anything about it?
Sure, make a check of your choice. With what skill?
Nature.
Nature. Okay. Yeah, Thicket, to your knowledge, the deep green is where all natural life, like plant life, comes from. Like, all plant life on Imillon is the deep green attempting to push through and take over the world.
Are you actually serious?
Yeah, every tree, every flower, every blade of grass, that is the deep green, another plane of existence trying to take over this world.
Well, that's terrifying.
That's my next character, is just an anti-aborist.
And the deep green has an odd relationship with people. It has a good relationship with animals, because all animals, have at least some innate connection to the deep green. People are different. People don't have that innate connection for the most part, which is where druids come from. Druids and, I guess, wood kineticists are people who put the effort in to build that connection to the Deep Green in order to further its cause of claiming Imillon as its own. And I should note that as far as people are aware, as far as most druids will tell you, the Deep Green taking over isn't necessarily like it's going to wipe out all life. Like, no, what it wants to do is cover the world in plants. Might that mean that it would destroy cities and all that? Possibly. But, to your knowledge, the Deep Green is not malicious. It just is. So that's what you get with the 28.
Oh my god. This is such deep lore. Wait, what?
The thing about nature is that it doesn't think. It just is. And
I don't think.
From what I've heard about the Deep Green is that, well, it just is. It's the blades of grass, the flowers, everything plant, pushing into this world, trying to make it its own. And so I think, in this grand scheme of things, to assume that we, subject to nature's will, we think that we're making this decision, but truly, I believe it was all fated to be in the first place. We were just at the beck and call of this chaos of a world, this cause and effect. Nature doesn't think, and we as nature are not thought of. Nor will the beast be.
Wow, that's a very deep statement. I just want to make Baphomet fried chicken with his corpse.
Aye. Such is nature.
I am being serious right now, though. The fact that we're putting this much thought into it is giving it much more respect than anyone else usually should. For at least an animal, at least. I think that's enough.
Fried chicken on Baphomet?
There's tendies, right?
Yeah, chicken.
That's the national food.
Chicken tendies are like orc street food.
Chicken tendies? Is that honey musty too?
This is huge!
There's ketchup made from imported tomatoes.
Vapid, I'm assuming I just never got those.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Except for, when you raided orcish settlements while you were in the military. But, those weren't sanctioned rations.
Yeah.
Look. I took a tenement to preserve as much life as I could. As long as we go at this,
I would never have guessed.
Fuck you. As long as we treat this with respect and go at it as the traditions demanded, it should be alright.
Did you just say we were treating it with too much respect?
Yeah, I said it we're treating with enough respect that, well, makes it more justified.
I don't think that's
I do
how it
think
works.
the implication was too much, but...
No, I wasn't trying to go there. Sorry, my communication skills are really, really bad, if you can't tell.
Well, we knew that.
Just go at this with the assumption that I can't communicate that well because I feel like I'm in character most of the time. And I'm a terrible actor.
Okay, so
anyway, when do we want to leave?
And how do you want to leave? Because as far as you're aware...
By the way...
Yeah?
But this is Yodo speaking through Wyatt. Because he's looking at what we have currently. Do we need to do any logistical planning? I'm not saying this in character. I'm just saying out in general as like a player. Metagame. But imagine
You
Wyatt
mean
saying this.
the logistics I'm currently trying to plan?
Yes, but specifically like planning for like, hey, do we need like any? What's the word? Fuck.
Rations?
Striking weapons. magical items that enhance your stuff.
It certainly wouldn't hurt to do some magic item shopping.
Yeah. So magic
Do you
item
have
shopping.
much money?
I will say you are so you basically have two options involved for your travel. You can either take the roads, which will lead you down the road past Crocotuk's trading post, through Wilco, along the river, down to Nilbud, the biggest settlement in the entirety of Salter, and then that'll lead you down to Hameriga, which is the town that borders the Hollow Forest. And if you take that route, it'll take you approximately 14 days. Alternatively, you could just cut across the open tundra, ford the river instead of taking a boat, and it would get you to the forest in around 9 days, approximately. Granted, this is all also assuming that you're using your snowmobile, which, at last check, still needed some repairs.
My vote is that we do the 14-day version, see if we can get some job delivering something to Nilbud to make some extra money, and then stock up on provisions and stuff there.
I think
Sounds
that's
like a plan
thoughts.
to me.
Yeah.
How... Obviously, we're going to have to go see Hetrick. How long did we think it was going to take to repair the mobile?
You don't remember, but it seemed like it was at least close to being functional again. Like, solidly functional again the last time you went to help him out.
How much cash do we all have on hand, by the way?
I have 10 gold.
We can liquefy ourselves. Because I feel like
Liquidate
we got.
what?
I don't
What?
want to liquefy. That would hurt.
Oh, sorry. Wyatt smokes a cigar. Is like, I don't fucking mean liquefy. I mean we sell our shit. How many when clawblades do we have?
Speaking
of
of clawblades,
I have 32 gold.
speaking of clawblades, you also took those 6 clawblades from the Sabretooth raiders that you fought.
Oh yeah, we did.
I think you were going to try to sell those if you ever went to Nilbud.
Yes. How long would it take to train someone else to drive the sledge as well?
That would take some time.
Is that something we can do while we're on the road?
Theoretically.
Because I really genuinely believe that we should have more than one person who knows how to operate this thing.
Far from the worst idea you've had.
And do we maybe want to take Morgrim to a doctor or an occult specialist?
Don't think the doctors could help if they weren't last time.
True. Do we want to research this? Figure it out maybe a little bit?
It might be better if we go to a big city with a bigger library. I imagine. Fucking hells.
Fair enough.
Okay. So,
I'm sorry, these are worth 79 gold pieces.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the claw
That's
blades
why
are worth a lot of money.
Oh, holy shit.
They're silver plated.
I forgot they were silver
We
plated.
can literally like start an upscale restaurant serving food on these.
Oh, wow. Oh,
You
I
know,
also got,
the dream.
We could liquidate my waffle iron.
Oh, wait. Out of
Just kidding,
character?
It's priceless.
Here's another question. Where are you guys having this discussion?
Outside the library, where I assume we all met?
Okay. So,
We're talking about wed right in front of like in public.
okay. So, as you're all having this conversation, a little avian approaches. Little crow-like avian bird person approaches, holding with a very large parcel on their back.
Hi, I'm looking for a Wyatt hyena barrel.
I point at the small man.
Oh, don't fucking sell me out like that, you bet. What does the thing? I love how it interrupts. Like there's an interruption as I imagine the Kenku gives me the package.
Well, this
Bastion's just gonna stare at him.
I've got a delivery for Wyatt hyena barrel. If you could just sign here.
Fuck, who's it from?
From
Unless they-
Crocotook.
Shit. Take it.
Well, sign first, and then I'll give you the package.
God, sorry, I sign it.
All right, you sign the little waiver. He takes it, shoves it in his bag, takes the package off his back, hands it over to you, and it is quite heavy.
All right, enjoy. Have a good day.
And the avian runs off.
Their delivery service.
Wyatt, you now have a fairly heavy box in your hands. It's probably a solid 2x2 square box.
Who is it sent from again?
Crocotook.
Who is it? I'm sorry. I'm blanking.
The merchant guy.
Yes.
The trading post.
Oh my god! I immediately pull out my dagger and I start just cutting it open. I have my wed blade out because I'm showing it to everybody getting a price range. I use it and try to cut the box open.
You take
I'm very careful though because I know it's a fragile item. I don't want it to break, you know.
You take your wend blade, you open up the box, you all watch as he just opens up this paper like it's holiday morning, and Wyatt, you open this box and inside are 6 bottles of good, proper City of Ships rum.
God.
Just as ordered.
Home. I look at each of them like it's like a newborn child. And at each of them, I carefully stuff it in my pocket. 1.
And at
2.
each of them you look, and each of them is a different label.
Oh.
You got a variety pack.
Crocotook is... I'm spending the rest of my cash at his store. Gods.
I bloody well hope not.
Alright, I put it all in my backpack. How many is that? 6?
6, yeah. Each one is a light bulk.
Light bulb. Okay. Let me just add that. I'll add that, but yes.
So, while Wyatt is sorting through his new bottles, does anyone else have anything they wish to do? I'll take the silence as a no. Okay, so the plan is, I'm assuming, to take the snowmobile.
Yes.
And Bastion, you said you wanted to take the long route?
Yes.
Does everyone agree with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright then. So would any of you want to go check on Hetrick and maybe let him know the plan?
Yes, but honestly, I thought that you were looking for an out for the session, so I...
Yeah.
Well, I am. However, I would like to know where you guys are going.
Yes, we are heading to Hetrick.
There we go. Okay. So as you make your way in the direction of Hetrick, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. So, Bastion, how are you feeling?
Feeling a lot of conflicting things, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Conflicting in what way?
She's like happy with things with Dawncaller, but at the same time, she's frustrated because, as per usual, things with Dawncaller are never simple.
Hmm.
And now she has to go kill this mythical bird.
Yeah. Morgrim, how are you feeling?
Just not feeling particularly good about anything.
Yeah, that checks out.
If you were feeling good about it, we should be even more worried.
Thicket, how are you feeling?
Conflicted. Lots of conflicting emotions, but you know what? The one that's bubbling to the surface, or I guess rather the one that's stopping the other ones from bubbling to the surface, is a new sense of purpose, which can absolutely not backfire at all.
Oh, not at all.
Sure.
Not in the slightest. And last but not least, Wyatt, how are you feeling?
One after another. He feels better now with the small gift, but before he just going for the motions, you know.
As one does. And how are we all feeling as players?
Great.
You know what?
This is ominous as fucking hell, Cameron.
Yeah, I know. Oh gosh. I like how we have a quest now, right?
This is quite a hook for a new chapter.
Yeah. Welcome to the Hunt of the Cuddy Wren.
New arc.
Yeah, is this our third arc? Second?
Fourth.
But what the fuck?
First one was Yogwal. Second one was Attack of the Heart Eaters. Third one was Children of Wind. Now you're on to Hunting the Cuddy Wren.
Yeah. Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very excited to see where this goes.
Me too. I've
This can only go places.
I've been prepping this one pretty much since the end of chapter 1. So
what's very interesting is that this almost feels like the start of a different, I don't want to say saga, but I guess act maybe, because like the previous 3 chapters all had to do with Wend, right? Mm-hmm. And then it culminated in fighting the Icon. So we got a lot of like
didn't have anything to do with Wend.
Oh, sorry. Wow, I thought that was the Icon of Wend.
No, Yogwal was a Soul of Frost.
This was a side quest, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Was this a side quest, Cam?
Shit. Well, the last 2 chapters had to do with what we were fighting a lot of Cromfox and Hermanthenes and Wen cultists. And now it seems like we're not going to be doing that. And that's interesting, where the things we're going to encounter going forward. We might even see some greenery. I think maybe I don't know. I'm not the GM.
You are planning to go to the Hollow Forest.
We are.
And that is some place that Bastion has been before.
Is it green there,
You
Bastion?
know, it's where everyone that I know on this continent, well, almost everyone that I know on this continent died, but you know.
But was it green?
I don't remember. Was it green?
Yes.
Okay.
It is quite literally the only green on this entire continent.
You have to remember, this was like 2 years ago that we played this.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull up the Salter map real quick. Oh right, you can't see it. Hold on. Let me make it so that you can see it real quick, just for the sake of it.
Oh.
This is the only green on the entire continent.
Oh.
It's only a hop, skip, and a hop,
Okay, there it
skip, and
goes.
a
Away it
drive
goes.
away.
Goodbye.
Okay. Can we actually, wait, in theory, can we buy a world map from somebody and
In theory.
unlock the entire map? Okay.
Yeah, in theory you could buy maps and unlock portions of the map. That is a thing you can do. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.